I feel like people look at the Ivy League and put them on a pedestal as if they're smarter and super smarter than other colleges, because no, it's not the case, man. So you have 100 kids that put in their application, they pick 20. And then those other 80 kids go to other colleges. So it doesn't mean that kids in other colleges aren't as smart as kids in Ivy Leagues. They just didn't get picked. So I hope you understand that. Say I'm a boss, I can't take no loss. I fuck on these bitches while I run up a bag. There's two types of smart people. You have school smart and you have street smart. I happen to be both, but more street smart than school smart. And being here at the Cornell University, I've learned a few things. Majority of these kids, they don't have any street. When I say street, I don't mean in the hood and thug life type street. I mean like they don't know how to navigate out there in the real world. All they know is what they learn at school. It's gonna be really challenging for them when they understand that all that school stuff is not going to be applied in the real world whatsoever. And once you go out there in the real world after you graduate college, that's when it starts. And if you have no experience, they don't even know what credit is. They don't even know what a credit card is. They don't even know how to sign up for stuff like that, pay their rent, get a bank account. Majority of these kids don't know how to do that. So they have no real world experience. So it's going to be crazy for them when they actually graduate 21, 22 and they have no real world experience, and that can be really hard. So this got a lot to do with where you were raised and how you were raised, and or your parents kind of protect you from certain experience, and that could be helpful in some aspect, but then in other aspect where you need to experience stuff to learn, that's going to be very detrimental to them later on in life when they're trying to go out there and live their own life and start their own life. A lot of them don't understand what no means. They're entitled. You have nice people here, but they're rude. Some of them, you have a majority of them that's like rude and stuck up and entitled and think everything is like their way or the, you know what I mean, highway. And I feel like everywhere you go, there's people like that. But one thing I observe here is a lot of these kids here at Cornell University, they're very smart, but they're not street smart. And once they graduate and go out there in the real world, I pray to God they figure it out. I wasn't super book smart because it wasn't an interest to me. What I want to do with my life has nothing to do with going to school, so that wasn't an option for me. And my life circumstances, I couldn't afford going to school anyways, so it's a win-win. I couldn't afford it, and it wasn't of an interest to me because what I want to do with my life, I don't need school for it. All shout out to the kids that's going to college to become something, a profession where you need a degree or, some stuff like that. I respect that. If you need that, then go to school for it. But if you don't need it to get a job or do what you want to do in life, I see a lot of people saying, I want to go to school for business. You don't need a business degree to start a business. Just a little disclaimer. If you want to go to college to get a business degree just for the skill, that is fine. But I want you to know a lot of these successful business owners out there right now, they're college dropouts. You don't need a business degree to start most business. Some business you might, but you don't need it. And it's best to do your research online before making a harsh decision like that. And you could learn so much more about starting a business online in 2 months than 4 years in college. The majority of college kids, they graduate and they don't get a job in the field that they study for. So I can never understand why you do it or why people do it. It's like, it doesn't make sense to me. But not because something don't make sense to me means that there's something wrong with it. So I have to keep an open mind. Everyone is doing things for themselves and they're in their own world. So, I gotta respect that. But I just hope people wake up and understand that, they're gonna fuck themselves. As long as they understand the risk that they're taking, if they choose to take it anyways, that's on them. There's a lot of nice people here. Every university or every college, you're gonna have a group of people that party. That's gonna happen. I don't think it's any different from a normal college. I really don't. Other than it's an Ivy League and your grades gotta be higher or some shit like that. I don't know, because I feel like it's chance or it's luck. Sometimes it could be luck for you to come here, where someone that has the same high grades as you might not come here, not get the chance to come here, but you might. So I feel like it's luck. There's a lot of kids out there that's equally smart that didn't get the same chance. So it's a luck. You have a bunch of people with a high GPA and they just pick out of a pool of them. So you have smart people with the same GPA, graduate from the same high school, that went to a lower college because they didn't get picked for an Ivy League. That doesn't mean they're dumb or they're not as smart as someone that come here. You have kids that is equally smart as these kids that go here that just didn't get picked for this school. So it's a luck. You have 100, say you have 100 kids that put in their application, they pick 20. And then those other 80 kids go to other colleges. So it doesn't mean that kids in other colleges aren't as smart as kids in Ivy Leagues. They just didn't get picked. So I hope you understand that. I feel like people look at the Ivy League and put them on a pedestal as if they're smarter and super smarter than other colleges, because no, it's not the case, man. That is not the case. I kind of went off rambling a little bit, and that is fine. I always do that. But yeah, that is what I've realized ever since I've been living on the Cornell University. There was a lot of nice people here. I am not gonna say there's a lot of nice people here. There's a lot of medium. There's a lot of, you know, there are gonna be weird people everywhere. There's gonna be rude people everywhere. There's gonna be nice people everywhere you go. You just gotta know how to approach people and be respectful, and you know, so on and so forth. So if you enjoyed this video, leave a like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video. Peace.